Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel, Ballstore Boys channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you've all had a good day, and I hope you're enjoying the sun. Now, what I want to make this video about is this. I know I've been on quite a few other podcasters' platforms, and I've actually told this story on their platforms, but I've never, ever actually told the full story of what happened on my own channel. And it's about time that I give my followers a treat and an insight into the mind of someone that did not give a fuck, and someone that would risk spending the rest of their life in prison for convict justice, because that is what I actually done. Bearing in mind, I only had 2 days left on my sentence when this attack when this attack happened. So let's go back to until 2010 in HMP Wayland. Now, I was in there having it quite large in there with a few of my pals in there. A few of the boys were travelling boys, what I was having it with. I don't really want to mention their names or get them involved because of this. I don't want this story conflicting with anything to do with their names for legal reasons. So I won't be mentioning no names who I was in there with and who I was having it with. I can mention one name, and his name is Mark Chapman, and he's a very good friend of mine, and he's from the Abbeywood site over in South East London, and I hope he's doing really, really well. So I got recalled to jail in 2005, and I went on the run. Actually, I got recalled in 2004. I went on the run. Went on the run. This was after I got out for my 12-year sentence, by the way. Bearing in mind, I just done a 12-year sentence, but this just goes to show you that my mindset still hadn't changed in 2005, and it's shocking, and it's actually frightening. Thinking about it, like, I didn't change my mindset until 2010. But I got recalled in 2004, went on the run, got an R1, got the Aprilia Millie 1000, was running about all around southwest London, doing what I was doing, what I do best at, having a demand up, going across the pavement, and I ended up getting arrested, as luck had it, for a commercial burglary. Now, for that commercial burglary, I received 3 years and a recall on my 12-year sentence. So, on my cell card, I had a 12-year sentence, and the 3 year was running along beside the 12-year sentence, or it was running the other way around. I don't know, but what I do know is I went to Wayland in 2007, 2006, and I got out of there in 2010, and I got out of there by the skin of my fucking teeth. And do you know what, guys? This is not one word of a lie, what I'm telling you now. This is coming straight from my heart. I can actually swear on my mother's dead grave. It's given me PTSD, and I do think about these things quite a lot, and it has played a massive part in what I am today, because you know everything's for a reason in life, I believe, guys, and this happened for a reason. So I'm going to say this attack was alleged. This is what allegedly what took place, and it was in May of 2010. I think I was out on the 20th of May, and this attack happened on the 18th of May. So what happened was, allegedly, or this is not allegedly, this was the truth. I was a wing cleaner, and I also worked down reception. So newcomers coming in, I'd give them a little induction pack and bits and pieces like that, and then I was a bit of a wing cleaner on there and all, because there's a few of the screws in there what knew me from way back in the day, and there was a pecking order in jail, and I'm looked at as old school, and they see what I was in for, and they see my bit of a form, so they half drop me out and give me a wide berth and give me an easy life in there. To be honest with you, I did have a few altercations with a few of the boys in there. one of the boys I had an altercation with. I've actually done a podcast on my channel about it. If you go back, you'll see it. And it was with a young 20-odd-year-old fella who took a sly swing at me and caught me unaware, by surprise, and shocked, to say the least, because I was knocking about with his cousin. Anyway, guys, so one afternoon, I'm working on the wing as a cleaner, sitting in our room. There was a little room where the cleaners went in. We had a little kettle in there, a microwave in there, and a toaster. And we used to take bread in there and have a bit of toast and, have a few little perks. Anyway, an SO, I'm going to call him Mr. Williams for now. But I must change the names because of I need to protect, obviously, myself and those people who are involved with this. So Mr. Williams come into the little cleaner's room and asked me if he could have a little word with me in my ear, in private. And I thought I was in trouble, to be honest with you. I thought, oh no, what have I done now? Because I've been known to be a prison terrorist. I did brew hooch in there, and yeah, I was a bit of a live wire in there. That's probably why they give me a cleaner's job to start off with, to try and calm me down a little bit. That's what they do with inmates in long-term jails and short-term jails too. Anyway, I said yes, certainly, and I walked out of the little cleaner's room and walked down to my cell, and he followed me down to my cell. He come into my cell and he said, I should not be telling you this. He said, but there's someone just come on the wing and he needs sorting out. So I asked the screw, what do you mean and who is it? And he said to me, the inmate who's just come in, his name is John Venables. He's changed his name by Depot, but it is definitely Venables because I've got his record in front of me. So that was 110% confirmed. And I could actually swear on my mother's dead grave that has been confirmed, because I actually got arrested and interviewed over this incident. So, bearing in mind now, I've just done a recall, I've just done a 3-year sentence, and I want to go home. I've only got 2 days left on my sentence. Now, did I give it any thought? Allegedly? No. Did I think of the consequences of my actions? Allegedly? No. Would I do it again? Yes. If I was put in that situation, unfortunately, I would have to do it all over again. And that's why I got offered so many times to go to Grendon, but I could not go there because it's a therapy hospital, prison, and you've got to sit down with bacons in the circle what are confessing to each other about their horrific crimes. So I take my hat off to anyone that's been in Grendon, and I've actually got a few close mates what have been in Grendon. I don't look down my nose at anyone, but I've got to say, you've got more self-control. Let's call it self-control. Yeah, you've got more self-control than I'll ever have, because I can never, ever, ever sit in the same room as a monster and, someone what I hate with a passion, and I'll actually happily spend the rest of my life in jail to take one out if they ever come anywhere near my family or anything like that. I'm very, very opinionated on the matter. I hate monsters. So with this all, bearing all this in mind, I've been presented with attacking Venables. Now, what he'd said to me, allegedly, was, I'm going to lock everyone down and I'm just going to open a few cells up, and it's going to be a thing called a controlled unlock. So we're going to leave the cleaners out and we're going to control the unlock on the normal inmates. And at this time, Venables was on the induction landing, which was upstairs on the twos. He was up there. Other things did get mentioned by me and the screw, which I can't really go into because of legal reasons. But it was sorted out, and it was arranged for me to go upstairs and allegedly attack Venables. Now, as I said to you, it was an offer which really I could not refuse, allegedly, because of the situation and what he'd done. What they'd done to that poor little boy. Up in Liverpool. It was so notorious, and it was such a horrific crime that not many inmates of my calibre or not many inmates with my bit of form could have actually said no to that officer and not done it. Because, I would have to live with that for the rest of my life, knowing that I got presented with a monster like that and I didn't do nothing about it. But at least now I can actually smile and sit back and, now and then check my YouTube and check online and see everyone saying that I'm a saint and, the world owes me and I'm a hero. I didn't do it allegedly for them reasons whatsoever. I've done it out of natural instinct. Natural instinct. That's exactly what it was. When I was in that frame of mind, that was my natural instinct. So, this is now allegedly. I've got to go allegedly on this. So, I supposedly walked up to Venable's cell. S.O. Williams was in front of me. He unlocked Venable's door. As Venables walked out of his cell, I allegedly hit him with 2 or 3 punches to the face, onto the chin, and he went down. Now, allegedly, as he went down on the floor, I stamped on his head 3 or 4 times. This is alleged. Because for legal reasons, I have been questioned for it by the police and I got NFA'd on it. So there is no evidence on the matter and it wasn't in the police's interest to carry it on because he was such a prolific paedophile that basically anyone could have done it and anyone would have done it. So, allegedly, after Venables went to the floor, his head got jumped on a few times. I allegedly went back down to my cell and slammed my cell door closed. Now, a few moments later, probably about 5 moments later, S.O. Williams come to my cell, unlocked my cell and put his foot, took the hatch off and come into my cell. He basically said to me, "You've done a right job on him and I'm very, very grateful for what you've done for me." And basically closed the door. The prison got locked down. The ambulance come in. I heard the sirens coming in and Venable got took out on a stretcher. So, the very next day, now bearing in mind, this happened in the afternoon. So the next day, I get another visit from the same SO and he said to me not to panic, not to worry, not to be so too concerned, but the local police want to come up and question me about an alleged attack which happened on the induction wing. So you can imagine by now what I was like, bearing in mind I've only got 1 day left to serve and I'm home. So he opened my door, told me I've got a private visit with the CID. I walked onto the visit hall into a little private room and this is not alleged, this is the truth. So the attack was alleged me, but this is the truth what happened. I can actually put my hand on my heart and I can swear on my mum's grave this is the truth what happened. I got pulled into the visiting room, got taken into a little room with the CID. The CID asked me a few questions and I answered her as best as I could. Now, after a short while, the CID was flicking through the statements, going like this, reading the statements very quickly, and all of a sudden she stopped dead on I think the 3rd or the 4th page of the statement and her jaw dropped like that type of thing. I just looked at her as if, and I didn't say nothing, but I could see that whatever she was reading, it shocked her because what she said to me next was what changed my life and for the rest of my life. And to be honest with you, I owe that CID woman so much. And there was no evidence on it anyway. So anyway, basically the CID confirmed that she just recognised that this was John Venables and that she didn't initially know it was Venables on the initial statements or on the initial report from the prison, because he had obviously changed his name by default. But when she looked into the paperwork a bit further, she noticed it was Venables. Within a few minutes of her noticing it was Venables, she gave me the loveliest, warmest, kindest smile I've ever seen from any woman today, even from my mother and my missus. This smile was on a different level, and it was a smile just to let me know that everything's going to be all right. You're going home tomorrow, and you're not going to go away for this monster. Basically, she stood up, she put her hand across the table, she shook my hand, and she said, "Sorry for causing you any inconvenience, Mr. Barnett. You'll never hear from us again, and this is an NFA case." Now, I walked back to my cell and just fist pumped the air, and the next day, my sister Angela come and picked me up, and even as I was walking through the gates, I was looking back over my shoulder again, thinking I could get gate arrested, but I didn't, and that was 2010. But the attack is alleged what happened with Venables, but I can put my hand on my heart and say I did get pulled in for this. So, guys, I hope you like this story. It's never been told on my channel before. I've only ever told it on other people's podcasters, and it's only right that I give you some raw content, guys. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Much respect. Peace.